So in a street fight, if you go online and click on street fights, you see way over 50% of the two guys just beating each other like this. He's swinging at me, I'm swinging at him. Nobody's really effective, and then the bigger guy's usually beating down the little guy. So once you get to this point, you're always trying to stop stuff here. And if he's beating me down and I'm trying to continue to swing on my head and all that, right? What I want you to do is dip inside. It could be either side. Originally, I was thinking about going to his back, but I found the stop point when I was training right here in the middle. So you can use your shoulder to punch with inside, like a football player. You have to have your base. So once you're to this position, you just create a little small space. Boom! You do this, go between the legs, or you can come up here and work this choke, right? But you have, it's all about getting behind a person where it's less threatening. So you get two guys, and they're doing this, and he's beating me down, boom, like that, and then down here, right? And get those groins, right? So I think that works.
It's a good one, yeah.
One of the other ones I'll do is if I slip to the other side, because I'm naturally right-handed, as I'm down here, like when I slip here, I always go to the groin. It's just, if you train it, you'll do it. If in a street fight, anytime I personally pass to my left, I always throw from about here down as hard as I can and actually try to lift the guy off the ground. So if I'm in here, we're going at each other, and I can get one of these ways, it's always going to happen. And so it's good idea to practice. You can put a little rope up to train where you can dip underneath like this, making a U, and just practice slipping and pushing and just bang, bang, bang. So when you get into a real fight and he swings at me, bang, I'm already here, right? So, right?
Yeah.
Looks good. So remember what I said earlier, you got to get crazy. And what I didn't say is never turn your back. Don't ever get in a passing move and turn your back to the guy you just hit, because he can do a lot of damage to you here, right? Never turn your back. If he moves to his left, I'm going to move to my right, but you got to keep him. This also makes him tired faster. And time is a valued asset in a fight. It lasts about 13 seconds if it's a real fight.
Do you want to cover that other passing move, the blocking right hand, and then coming up to the choke?
Yes. Actually, this tends to be one of my favorite techniques just because I learned it, and then I found out I have a really hard head, right? So sometimes guys will swing that big looping punch to try to catch the V of the jaw, so they swing back in here, right? So what you want to do is get yourself inside of this punch here, and so it actually kind of loops like this, right? And much like a couple of different countries in the world are hard to defeat, you can occupy them but never come in and fly your flag like Afghanistan, because it's just a crappy piece of terrain. It's naturally protected. We have natural defenses. If someone tries to choke me, the first thing I'm going to do is just pull my shoulders up, my chin down, make it very difficult, and hold on, right? If someone tries to hit me, I like to get inside. Real quick, I'm going to use quick for a second, and then we're going to do it, because I've done this with him a few times, and he tries to knock my head off all the time, but he's got a really good looping hand because he also likes to chop a lot. He's got a really nice chop, right? So right here, when he throws that, first of all, you have to be able to read something's coming, and when it comes, I just want to catch it on my shoulder and actually the side of my head, right in here, right? So if we trade sides, right, and he swings, I want to pull it off. It's okay, come a little better, right? Here, as this happens, there's two things I'm going to do. One is I'm going to catch behind his shoulder and his elbow here, lock my hand, and drive him to the floor, right? So come back up. So this is the first one, then we're going to get to the choke, right? So when he comes in, I want to trap right behind the elbow and take him down and just get a little crazy on him, right? Come back up. Right? So first one, he comes in, I go here and just takes him straight down. It's okay. You can feel my head, right? It's nice and hard.
Oh, yeah.
So he's throwing a pretty decent punch, right? Spin it around, same thing. Another room, whatever. So when Clint throws his punch, we catch it here, okay? And then we get a little wild on him, okay? This works well. I kind of like it, so do one more. Good, and rest.